Principles of organization. The various principles of organization are principle of unity of objectives, principle of specialization, principle of span of control, principle of exception, principle of scalar principle, principle of unity of command, principle of delegation, principle of responsibility, principle of authority, principle of efficiency, principle of simplicity, principle of flexibility, principle of balance, principle of unity of direction, principle of personal ability. Let us discuss in detail principle of unity of objectives. Every part of the organization must actively participate in accomplishing the main objectives of an organization. In order to make the organization structure effective, every individual must put in their efforts to attain the organizational objectives. Principle of specialization. It refers the division of work related activities according to their functions. Specialization deals with assigning tasks to persons according to their functional capabilities and specialities. Principle of span of control. According to Urvik, a manager can directly supervise a limited number of people. Therefore, the span of control should be minimum in order to provide effective supervision. Principle of exception. Top level executives, due to lack of time, handles only exceptionally difficult problems. The routine, normal, and daily issues must be handed over to the lower level executives. This division of work ensures that the higher level executives invest greater time in the important and crucial issues. Principle of scalar principle. It is also called as chain of command. This principle vividly defines the line of authority which flows from top level to the lowest level. Principle of unity of command. In order to avoid the harmful and confusing effects of dual command, unity of command principle clearly states that each subordinate must have merely one superior. This would help in avoiding indiscipline, disorder, and undermining of authority related issues. Principle of delegation. Authority must also be delegated at the lower levels of an organization. The delegated authority must be equal to responsibility. Delegating authority up to the lowest competent level increases efficiency and smooth operation of work. Principle of responsibility. Superiors must never avoid their responsibilities by delegating their authorities to their subordinates. Instead, the superiors must be responsible for the activities of their subordinates, and the superior subordinates should be responsible to their superiors for their performance. Principle of authority. Authority is the tool which helps the manager in achieving the goals. Therefore, authority must be equal to responsibility and must be clearly defined. Principle of efficiency. In order to enable efficient functioning of the organization, the organizational objectives must be achieved with the least possible cost. Principle of simplicity. In order to establish a successful enterprise, the organizational structure must be simple in nature with minimum number of organizational levels. Larger the number of organizational levels, greater would be the difficulty in communicating and coordinating the activities. Principle of flexibility. The organization structure should not be rigid. It should be flexible in nature. It must be adaptable to changing conditions, allow expansion of enterprise whenever need arises, all of which should not create disturbances in the present functioning of the organization. Principle of balance. Balancing of principles or techniques ensures effective functioning of organizations in achieving the organizational objectives. There must be balance between the following: inefficiencies of broad spans of management and the inefficiencies of long lines of communication, non uniform and uniform delegation of functional authority to staff and service departments, savings of functional specialization in departmentalizing against advantages of establishing profit, responsible, semi independent products or territorial departments. Principle of unity of direction. Unity of direction can be achieved by following the concept of one person, one plan. Thus, there should be only one objective and one plan for a group of activities aiming towards the same objectives. This principle helps in unification, coordination of various activities which are being carried out at various levels in the organization. Principle of personal ability. An organization consists of staff which must be properly selected, placed, and trained. Thus, the organization structure must make sure that there is optimum utilization of human resources and management. Development programs must be developed and promoted in order to enhance personal skills and abilities of the individuals. Thank you.